What led you to take this challenge on? Why are you doing it?
Because I can, and I'm going to be successful doing it. And it's easy. Training's hell, but the fights are always easier than training. He's going to run like a thief. I don't see how he's going to make an exciting fight by running all day. I've been doing this for years. Teenager, so it's just a form of anticipation.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And that's a form of nervousness too.
9, 10, 11.
It never goes away no matter how old you are.
You think you'd be fighting again at age 57?
Hey, listen, it was written millions of years before my bloodline existed. It was written, brother. This is just a new era with Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson just dropped some downright terrifying training footage, and you can bet it's keeping Jake Paul up at night. Experts are freaking out over Tyson's ferocious new form, and let's be honest, this has got to be a nightmare scenario for Jake.
Jake is done. Well, he's punches and bunches. He throws missiles, not just one bomb, freaking one after.
Friendly advice, Jake. You might want to go ahead and reserve that hospital bed now, because after that night, even lifting a finger could be asking too much. As for your career, get ready to watch it crumble into 1,000 painfully embarrassing pieces.
I'm like a thief. I don't see how he's gonna make an exciting fight by running all day. You know, he's supposed to be the young guy. He's supposed to walk right through me. I'm an old man. He's gonna run all night.
Sure, you'll rack up millions of views on YouTube, but only because people will be watching out of pure sympathy. Tyson's leaked training footage should have been your cue to walk away, but here you are, still stubbornly signing up to be the yada main act in a public spectacle. Meanwhile, the experts, they can't stop laughing at the show.
Strongest I've ever seen you.
Yeah?
Yeah, the strongest I've ever, and I know you since you're 13. You know, I'm gonna tell you the truth, I don't lie. This impresses the shit out of me. Nothing impresses.
Mike Tyson's comeback at 58 is straight out of a horror movie, for anyone bold or foolish enough to face him in the ring. Unfortunately for Jake Paul, our self-proclaimed problem child, he's next in line for the sacrifice. Tyson isn't playing around. He's grinding through 6-hour training sessions from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., throwing down in sparring matches intense enough to make your gym's toughest guy cry. He's lifting heavy, perfecting vicious combos, and moving with footwork sharp, enough to rattle even rising pros. And Jake? Poor, sweet, misguided Jake. He actually thinks he stands a chance. Bless his naive little heart.
Retirement child or whatever they may think I am, and he thinks this is going to be an easy touch. Well, he can fight, yeah, for boxers his level, yes. They won't believe the spectacle that's going to happen.
This isn't one of Jake's flashy social media boxing stunts. It's a war zone. When Tyson unleashes those lightning-fast hooks, he's not just looking to win, he's looking to annihilate. Imagine standing across from a man whose punches could rearrange your internal organs. Sure, Jake's got youth on his side, but Tyson has been breaking jaws since before Jake's parents even thought about having kids. Experts are shaking their heads in disbelief, practically begging Jake to back out. But Jake's riding high on that Instagram bravado, convinced he's untouchable, as if clout could protect him from a living legend's fists.
Started Jake off ago. No one knew who the hell he was. I started him, and most likely looks like I'm going to finish him. I like him, but he has to go. I don't look at myself as a middle-aged man. I feel really good. When you're in the top physical and spiritual shape, you hear and notice everything. Highest form of relaxation. Hey, listen, nobody's a perfect expert with two people in the ring.
Lennox Lewis, the Olympic legend who's seen it all, was left stunned watching Tyson unleash absolute chaos in training. And in that moment, Lewis realized something. This isn't just a comeback. It's a declaration of war.
What I've seen you, that the whole time you fought Lennox Lewis. Am I right or wrong?
Different era, brother.
It's a whole new ballgame. I'm proud of
Tyson's firing off 6-punch combos with the kind of power that could crack concrete. At 58, he still moves with the raw intensity of a caged beast. And Lennox Lewis? He's just sitting there shaking his head thinking, Jake, why are you doing this to yourself? To Lennox, it's obvious. Jake's not a warrior entering battle. He's a viral highlight reel in the making. Let's be real, Jake. You're not stepping into the ring to fight. You're stepping in as a human. Punching bag with a bank account.
It's just like that. Yeah, so far.
And then there's Joe Rogan. Oh, he had an absolute field day with this one. After seeing Tyson's latest physique, Rogan didn't mince words. He called him a scary monster. And coming from a guy who's seen it all, that says a lot. The leaked footage left even seasoned fighters questioning their life choices. Tyson looks like he's carved out of granite, and his punches, still capable of dishing out life-altering damage. Jake, your YouTube followers won't be there to save you when Iron Mike, yes, the man literally nicknamed Iron, starts turning your skull into a speed bag. Rogan didn't hold back either. He scoffed at Jake's so-called boxing resume, beating up retired UFC legends. Cute. But Tyson, his power will fold you like a lawn chair. Rogan knows exactly what's coming. Jake's in way over his head.
No one knew who the hell he was. I started him, and most likely looks like I'm going to finish him. I like him, but he has to go. I don't look at myself as a middle-aged man. I feel really good. And when you're in the top physical and spiritual shape, you hear and notice everything. Highest form of relaxation. Hey, listen, nobody's a perfect expert with two people in the ring.
Rogan can't help but roll his eyes at the idea that Jake's youth is some kind of advantage. Sure, Jake's got speed and stamina, but Tyson's been waging wars in the ring since before Jake could even walk. Youth won't mean a damn thing. When Tyson lands that first body shot, the kind that shuts your lungs down and makes you question all your life choices.
When you get challenged by someone who's a guy like a Jake Paul, does that piss you off? Is it part of it that's just like...
No, it doesn't.
No?
I think it's awesome.
You think it's awesome?
Yeah, I think it pisses me off. I think it's cool.
You think it's cool?
Rogan paints a brutal picture. Jake's youthful energy will vanish faster than his dignity the moment Tyson's fists come crashing in. He's about to learn the hard way that Tyson's age isn't a weakness. It's a badge of terrifying, battle-tested experience.
All these punches and bunches, he throws missiles, not just one bomb, freaking one after the other. Cuss would say he moved his head so great, the guy couldn't hit him.
And then there's Floyd Mayweather, a man who knows exactly what it takes to survive in the ring. Floyd's genuinely worried for Jake, and when Mayweather's concerned, you know it's serious. He's seen Tyson's training and knows Jake's. Instagram wins won't matter one bit. Floyd says Jake better hope Tyson goes easy on him, but even he knows prayers won't be enough. Mayweather's been analyzing Jake's fights, pointing out every flaw Tyson could exploit, even with one hand tied behind his back. Floyd can't help but joke, hope your insurance covers facial reconstruction, because let's be honest, Jake's gonna need it.
If Jake Paul does happen to win, does he really feel good?
Do you think that Tyson can knock his out?
I know he can. Oh, of course, both of y'all forgetting two words: father time. Just saying, like, if we could all do it, I'd still be playing. Like, this ain't Shaq. When I got hurt, I was actually happy I got hurt.
Mike Tyson's leaked training footage should come with a health warning, especially for Jake Paul, who's about to get a brutal reality check. Forget everything you thought you knew about Tyson's age slowing him down. This man isn't just training. He's gearing up for a full-on demolition job.
But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible. This guy's gonna come, he's gonna try to hurt me, which I'm accustomed to, and he's gonna be greatly mistaken. I don't think I'll be smoking for this fight, and I think I'm gonna be very irritable and nasty.
6 hours a day, Tyson's sparring, lifting, and moving like he's defying gravity. At 58, he's still a living nightmare. And Jake, poor Jake Paul, the YouTuber turned boxer, is about to find out that internet fame doesn't translate into boxing skills. It's like showing up to a tank battle with nothing but a rubber knife.
It's my health for money. I don't think he's faster than me. I train every day. The process goes through the whole day. I get up in the morning, do the road work, then I go to the gym at 1, then I go to the strength and conditioning guy, then it starts all over.
Let's talk about the warning from Floyd Mayweather, the undefeated legend who doesn't exactly hand out compliments or concerns lightly. When Mayweather says Tyson's training is a recipe for disaster, you'd think Jake might start looking for the nearest exit. But no, our favorite problem child is still strutting around like he stands a chance. Floyd doesn't even try to hide the mockery in his voice when he says Tyson's forgotten more about boxing than Jake's ever learned. That's not an exaggeration. It's the cold, brutal truth. While Jake's busy hyping himself up over wins against washed-up MMA fighters, Tyson's been perfecting a fighting style that sends shivers down the spines of boxing legends.
Praise be to Allah.
You don't want to fuck with me? Let's do it, Jakey.
Mayweather isn't sugarcoating Jake's predicament either. He's genuinely concerned. Not in a hope you don't get embarrassed way, but more like a hope you don't get permanently disfigured kind of way. Tyson's punches don't just hurt, Floyd emphasizes. They destroy. Jake better pray Tyson wakes up on the right side of the bed and decides to go easy on him.
And I love Mike, and nobody wants to see Mike get beat by this jerk off, you know what I mean? Love Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was one of the guys that I idolized.
Then there's the comedic gold Floyd drops. Jake, buddy, hope your insurance covers facial reconstruction. This isn't playful banter. It's a cold reminder that Tyson doesn't do gentle. Jake's about to find out what it really means to face a force of nature. And trust me, no amount of YouTube views will save him. Tyson's fists are wrecking balls, and no, Jake, you can't TikTok dance your way out of this one. All that online clout? Worthless the moment Tyson decides to swing. Floyd's mockery is almost tinged with pity, as if he can't quite grasp how Jake could be so clueless. No flashy training videos or boxing choreography can prepare him for the brutal mauling coming his way.
Did you start training already? He's not gonna win. Nigga, he couldn't even knock out Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is 40 pounds. How's he gonna knock me?
Roy Jones Jr., who's actually faced Tyson, adds another layer of dread to this situation. Roy sparred with Tyson in an exhibition just 4 years ago, and even then, Tyson was relentless. The man never tires out. Roy recalls how Tyson just kept charging forward, showing no sign of fatigue. 2-minute rounds felt like an eternity with Tyson coming at him full force. Roy remembers every bone-rattling punch, and if Jake thinks he can handle that, he's got another thing coming.
The last thing to go with any fighter is their power. And Mike Tyson is a knockout guy. I mean, and if Tyson trains for this fight and really get in tip-top shape, take this fight serious, I think Jake Paul.
Tyson's stamina is legendary, and age hasn't made him any less terrifying. Roy laughs at the idea that Jake could outlast Tyson, calling it nothing more than wishful thinking. If Jake even dares to dream of standing toe-to-toe with Tyson, he might as well start booking a hospital room. He'll be counting stars. Roy predicts it's not an exaggeration. It's practically a guarantee. Tyson's punches don't just hurt. They redefine pain.
I looked at Tyson's history, he's coming from the same history that I'm coming from, He spent some time in incarceration. While he was in incarceration, I'm still out there fighting and training.
Roy's brutally honest take on Tyson's power is enough to make anyone nervous. But Jake? He's still riding high on overconfidence, thinking his social media fame will somehow translate into success in the ring. The experts are practically rolling their eyes at the absurdity. Jake Paul, the guy known for pranks and clickbait, is about to get a real-life lesson in humility. Tyson isn't just here to fight. He's here to prove a point. And when that first punch lands, Jake's whole world will flip upside down. No amount of pre-fight hype can prepare him for the reality of Tyson's fists. If Jake thinks otherwise, he's more deluded than anyone ever imagined.
Tyson can throw a punch, he can take a punch, so, he's doing something that he's used to. Now, Jake Paul makes sure that he's not in the way of those punches because Tyson's a real fighter. You got to try and stay away from him, stay away from his power. I seen him working out the other day, and he throws some good combinations, so.
Let's be real, Jake. Your stubbornness is either admirable or completely idiotic, depending on how you look at it. Experts across the board, from Mayweather to Roy, are all in agreement. This isn't going to be some fairy tale underdog story. It's a brutal mismatch, and Jake, you're the sacrificial lamb. They're practically placing bets on how many seconds you'll last. Tyson isn't training to fight. He's training to obliterate.
Try and stay away from him, stay away from his power. I seen him working out the other day, and he throws some good combinations. So those 6-punch combinations.
Don't forget to like the channel, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated with all the latest content.